Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines. We are playing Green Cities. Okay, so in the last episode we eventually actually started up our what is it called, a tram route. We had a little bit of a tram route that loops this area. So we've got one that loops that, and then we've got one that loops this and loops that section down here. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to fill out the rest of this, because I think I would like to fill out the rest of this as much as I can. So let's fill out some more of this. Yeah, fill it out pretty nicely. So fill out some more of this. Okay, like so, like so. Fill that out, see how that goes, and fill out there. I'm also thinking I can fill out around this cul-de-sac over here. Yes, and this area is then really going to become the kind of a touristy, bit of a touristy vibe going on over here. Right, let's pop in a few more, say, on these signs over there. So there you go. So that'll fill that out nicely. I'm kind of thinking we should probably fill out the rest over here. I'm not going to fill out on that side, but the spot or two over there is not going to do us much harm. Yeah, that's going to be too close to the highway over there, so that's pretty good. So we'll fill that out. The other thing I want to do is, we've got a lot of industrial demand. I want to see about really doing a big industrial area to link up with this industrial area over here. And I kind of got the main layout figured out. This is one way, right? Yeah, so that's pretty much right. So all I need to do is make sure I get a little bit of an additional layout in place. Oops, I need to switch that back on. So what I'm kind of thinking is, if I do a few sections like this, right, just a little bit of, just like what they call crescents, right? That's crescents. So if I do a few crescents through here, oops, is that, will that work, or is that going to be, that's going to be way too problematic? I think that's not kind of what I'm after. If anything, we'll need to see about maybe running it like this. Yeah, that's better. That's much better. And then we can actually do the same thing on this side and probably just run it in like so, something like that. Yeah, but I like the idea of running the crescents through here. So let's pop another one in there. We'll do that. Might actually even tie these together on that side, and then we effectively forego the crescent from here, and we actually have a bit of a one-sided setup, in whereby we do this, right? What we can do is we can actually connect that one on there. Okay, so there is a bit of a indicative layout for the industrial area. And what I'm thinking of doing is, I'm going to grab this and I'm going to lock this in as industrial. I don't have a zone here or anything like that, but what I'm thinking is that'll be some industrial, and then on this side I'll do a little bit of the forestry industrial kind of complex. Give me a bit of piping so we get the water down here. So that's gonna be the first bit that we need. I will switch the building on. I will grab the power. So I'll run the power in over there, and like so. So hopefully that'll get things tied together. At the same time, I'm gonna have to do the water connection down here. up like that, so that's going to give me water connection over there. Right at the front of this, I would like to do a little bit of commercial. Right, so I'll do a little bit of a commercial block right in the middle of the heart of things over here. Nice. And what we'll do is we'll grab a bit of a walkway and we'll make sure to link it across over there so people can actually get from the one side to the other. The industrial area, yeah, not a big problem in most cases. So grab me this one. I would like to actually run it through there, just give it a little bit more room. And what else can we do? Anyway, for now I think that's sufficient. So we've got an immediate industrial area kick off over here. What I want to do is I want to make a large advanced incineration plant and make sure to add that to the mix over here, so that we make sure to grab the opportunities to put those kind of things in place if we have them. This side is filling in nicely. I'm liking that. We've got the cable car route through there. What we probably need to do is actually link up a bit of a walkway from the one side to the other side. So if I do that as a setup, for instance, and at the same time what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab and put one in through there so that they can get to both sides of the street through this. And these guys can get around that side. I'm not sure what happened over here, but things are being problems. Make sure you want to fill that back in, guys. So fill that back in. That's why there was issues right there. So it's a bit of a terraced setup, but I kind of like it, you know. What I don't like is the fact that all these buildings look exactly the same, but it's a bit of a terraced setup. So I like the idea of that as a bit of a touristy spot over there. How's this filling in? Quite nicely, I might add. So let's give that a bit of a water connection over there. The one thing I want to get rid of is this polluted earth look and feel that we keep getting over here. I don't like that at all. Getting a bit of stuff filling in over here. Do we have a connection? Oh, our only connection is through here. So this road section through here might get quite busy if we do actually end up connecting. Yeah. So these are... yeah, this needs to be signalized, really. Needs to be signalized. Okay, so these are actually allowing a joining over there. But yeah, this section over here does not have easy access to residential stock. But I'm liking the industrial look that this is getting. The one thing that I do want to switch on is just I want to take off all of that because that looks crazy bad. Okay, give me some more industrial and let's see about filling out the rest of that. Filling out some more of it at least. And in this area we can even do a little bit more of the this stuff, but we can also do some more of this over here though. We've actually got that in place already. And what's that area look like? Yeah, that area is fine. So let's do that. Let's grab that and let's fill in some more of this along here. And what did I want to do? I wanted to do something over here. So let's fill in some more over there. Some more over there. Definitely can fill in a bit more along here and along there. Oh, what I wanted to do is just fill that with I just wanted to fill that with with trees. Garbage. We've got a fire station up here, right? Yeah, so we've got a fire station up here that can actually cover this area should it be required. What the hell is that? Woody's wood? Crazy. Yeah, so this is just looping up around here. So guys can get back to that side. Nice. We need to start planning what the next steps are for us. How's our traffic? This area is still sticky. This is still sticky through here. But the long queues kind of dissipate. But yeah, this area is still sticky. How is this doing? This is not crazy busy. This is just a little bit busy. So this side is okay. Question is, you can actually, am I allowing this turn? I am allowing this turn, so you can actually get from there to make this turn to go to this side, which is obviously very convoluted. And in the end, what we might do is we might pull this back a little bit and bridge it across over here, which I think is probably going to be a good idea for us to run this through there and bridge it. Let's plan for that. Let's quickly plan for that before that gets way too busy to do that. So if I go switch that off for me. Yeah, so you're still snapping though, right? I just want you right in the middle, even though you're not supposed to be snapping to anything. Oh, come on. There we go. Right there. 12. Straight across on the other side like that. That's the 10 spaces right there. Like so. Pulling back that one will be an interesting one for us. Now we can switch snapping back on. And to be honest, I'm gonna try and do this one. Too much. Oops. Pause it. Pull it back. Let's try that. How does that work? Crazy. That's not even at all what I wanted. So yeah, that little snaky thing doesn't quite work out that well. The snaky tool. So what I'd rather do is I'd rather do this. Right? And then do that. And then that's a much better snaky tool right there. And let me make sure to connect this back on there. Oh, and what I'm... Ooh, but this is obviously going to be a little bit problematic though. Alternatively, I can just do an in and out over there. Yeah, the concern with this though. So let me show you how I'm going to do it on this side. So I'm going to pull that back, going to delete these two. Now the first things first, let's drop this one down over the 10. We'll drop it down and we'll get that in place. That's extremely crooked. Okay, that's much better. So now what we're doing over here is now we're effectively allowing, we're potentially allowing an in and out over here, which is like a right in right out off of the highway. So in order to do that, we will do this. So that kind of setup over there, and we're going to have to do a similar kind of thing over here, and over there. There we go. That actually works quite well. What we could also do is we could do the U-turn at the bottom, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. The one thing I do, however, want to do is make sure that this setup is not allowing crazy movements, as like a full interchange of movements over here. That, however, doesn't look very good, but we'll leave that be. Grab me my... So don't allow this. Okay. You're not allowing that. Okay. The rest is okay. You can allow that movement. Fine. Similarly over here, we're not allowing this. Okay. And over there, we are not allowing that movement. So I'm not wanting these guys. This is like a right in, right out setup only. I'm going to do some priority signals over there. Or not signals, signs. And same thing over there. Okay. And I'm probably going to need to do a similar setup over here. Okay, so there you go. There you got that little semi-cross going on over there. So these guys can actually pop in and make their way to this side. Need more water. So that should cover that. Okay, so they need... So this area here, I'm almost thinking needs to become a bit of a residential area, and it's only going to be like one boulevard of maybe a little bit of... Actually, it should just be a suburban layout. I think that's the only thing this can do. Don't go too high density in this area over here. We could loop this one and connect it on that side too, maybe. Maybe we can do that. Okay, so now this setup is back up and running. These guys will be able to make this move. Waiting, turning into the wrong kind of lane over there. We'll see how this goes. I'm not sold on it yet, but that's the kind of setup. But what you would actually do is have a divided road through here. But even if you have a divided road through there, this game splits the divide into two. Splits the divide when you have this kind of intersection setup going on over here. Okay, let's see. So the divide setup is like this. This is the only way to actually achieve a divided setup is by doing the highway connections. How's all of this doing? Getting us passengers. Oh, look at that! Look at that! So, yeah, that's getting people up there. So I want to see where they go once they get up here. Do they go across to the train? Do they run this way? What do they actually do once they get here? So here it comes, pops in there, and people? No? Yes? Maybe? Where are all my people? Are they them? Is it them? Where are those with the hats? Are they still coming? Oh, there they are. Cutting to the train. I like it. Where is the train? Yeah, it's coming in. Is it full? It's not full, so the two trains set up on this should work well. Slow. What? Why did that stop? That was crazy. People getting off. People getting on. Okay, good stuff. Over here, how many people do we have? Wow, this is crazy busy. They all want to get into the city, it seems. Wow, over here we could do with another vehicle actually. Unbunching in progress. Okay, so now we've got this area popping up over here. So now we've got a concern with too few services over here. Well, we'll get some public transport in here. Okay, so too few services means we're probably going to need a bit of a medical center over here. So where shall we pop a clinic in? I think over here is probably a good spot. Pop in a clinic over there. We'll do some death care maybe behind the clinic. Okay, but we also need maybe a bit of a police station over here somewhere. Okay, so a clinic and a police station give us a little bit more services connected in this area. Is that getting us straight across over there? People are actually making the move onto that side. They're making the move over here too. Oh, and this actually allows this connection to get off here and go onto that side. So this will alleviate this side, I believe. And also, well, probably this more than anything else. Nice, but I'm liking it. I'm definitely liking what's happening. So we need people, right? So what I'm thinking is a bit of a residential layout over here. So give me my standard residential layouts. Oh, let's make sure we've got snapping turned on, and I want the straight lines. So give me a bit of a, yeah, let's do something like that, right? So let's see how we can do with some. That's not quite symmetrical, I must say, but the layouts aren't too bad. But I want to this area, I want to actually try and fill it in a little bit better and get it a little bit more precise, because I want to, this is going to be, I would imagine, a little bit lower income area because of, no, what's going on over here? That's what I want. Squeeze it in there. Yeah, so this is going to be what I would imagine to be a little bit of a lower income residential neighborhood. Yeah, and actually that could be sufficient though. Excellent. Shall we pull it back a tad and maybe give it a little bit more like that, and then what we'll do is we'll do that and that. Alright, there we go. So that's our residential setup right there. Probably going to have to do a similar straight line layout from that side. So give me the straight line, run it up there. Okay, and do maybe something like this, and something like that, and then give me this, and we'll tie that. Wow, look at that. However, this is not quite what I had in mind. So if we take that out and we look at this again, so why is this thing being causing problems over here? So if we do that, why it's not, so it's not straight, right? So what can we do to get it to be straight? On this side we can, right? We can get it straight if we start it off on this side. We even can't do that. Crazy. Give me this. Give me that. Again, I don't know why it does that. Give me this. Give me that. Again, issues over here. Okay, so let's take those two out and see how that works. Even that is a problem. Okay, let's rebuild this one and see if that works. Ah, that's the issue. Take off snapping. Ooh. Grid. Road length. Is that gonna work? It almost worked. Yeah, without snapping it seems to be a bit of a problem for us. Give me this. Ah, that's what I want. Can't you do that? Now that's not going to work. That's crazy. That is crazy talk. Okay, so let's turn the snapping on again, and the only thing we need to do is see about not aligning with that one but with this one, and still there's an issue. Still it has an issue. Anyway, I'm not gonna keep doing that, so let's get that through there. So this one just has an issue. It just has an issue. Let's do an extension over here up to there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it in. Okay, so this one needs to go straight out a little bit, something like that, and then what we'll do is we'll do that. Right, so that's pretty close, cutting that pretty fine over there. But this is what we're going to do as a bit of a layout over here. And I'm kind of wondering whether we tie that one in on that side and tie this one in over here. No need to do that just yet. So what I'm going to run through here is a residential low density and a residential low density, and that takes the cake over there. And what we'll do is I'm gonna do a little bit of this over here and over there, right? So we'll do a little bit like that. See about filling that in just a bit. Okay, just so that we have some of that going on. We'll run the rest through there. Got lots of rain going on. Actually, hang on. No, we're not going to fill in that area because we may at some stage upgrade that section over there. So let's do a little bit like this. We'll leave a little bit of room. Actually, we probably need to leave a little bit more room. So we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll fill all of this in there. Okay, there we go. Pop that one out there. And at the same time, we'll run a similar thing down here, and we'll fill it in as much as we can. Probably need a few parks in here somewhere. Maybe a little bit of a park in here that we can share to both sides. Did I unzone this thing? Probably I did. Probably I did. Okay, so let's make sure to run our services over here underneath and connect on that side. Let's run it down there. We run this in here and can even connect it up there. There we go. So service is running in there. We've got some residential neighborhoods popping in. Don't have a lot of access to this. What we could actually do, I think, is I am thinking before this gets out of hand, what we should do is probably link up a section right there. Make sure to take out that right there. I'm also going to take out that, and also this, and I'll pop in a little bit of this over here, just so there's a few shops around for the people. Excellent. So that's a bit of a suburb over here to try and get these guys to get a little bit more. What we're also going to need, yes, I wanted to do some kind of entertainment, some form of entertainment for them over there. What is this? That's a modular park. Yeah, that's not bad. Pop that in. Okay, no trees there, right? The question in my mind is, can I squeeze trees in this? Put that on. I can't, not even with Anarchy. Well, then that feels a little bit bleak. Just feels a little bit bleak if we can't even do that properly. Okay, let's get rid of that. I obviously don't have all the assets that goes along with that. So let's see what else we can squeeze in there. roller coaster. I don't like the idea of a roller coaster over there. Football, it's not going to work well. We don't want a sizable football pitch. What is this? A urban hockey ring. Anything else that we can squeeze in there that'll be okay to use here? What about track and field? Already used that one. Don't like the pool asset, but the track and field might work. How does that look? That is not bad. I like that actually. That works quite well for me. So what we'll do is we'll make sure to connect to the other side. Yeah, people getting a little bit over here. Maybe we'll squeeze in something on this side too. Something that can kind of complement it. That's maybe a little bit too sizable. What else can we do? Tennis club or maybe a skate park. We could do a skate park over here. That actually would work quite nicely. And now what we'll do is we'll grab a bit of a walkway over here, switch off this. Okay, let's go over the top here. Yeah, like that. And let's squeeze it through there. Excellent. I like that. As a bit of a setup over here. Is that way too steep? It is. It is quite steep, I must say. It is quite steep. Can we do something about that? Let's see about moving that away a little bit. And then we can even bend it a bit like that to be a bit more interesting. Nice, I like it. That's quite interesting. I like the idea of that. So that's giving this area a bit of a nice feel. So they're not a complete industrial disaster on this side. Actually getting a bit of access on that side. This side's access is a little bit more problematic, I must say. We're obviously not going to easily get this one to access anywhere else. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I don't think that needs any improved access over there. Land value there is becoming a problem. We've got a fire over here, and we've got these guys making their way. Are you picking people up? Where's the fire truck? Huh? Have we lost a fire truck? Oh, here it is. Stuck behind someone walking to his car. Nice, nice, very good. This is still a problem. Okay, so there's our next residential area and our next industrial area. So there's still a lot of expansion that can take place over here. It's a bit of a farming area, a bit of other residential areas, more suburby down here. There's a little bit of high density around the train station, and we can expand this a little bit to get a bit of a higher density straight through here. Don't want to do too much though, but that's pretty good. And we're getting some associated residential areas over here. We can obviously have some public transport that connects into this area, loops around. That area is getting pretty busy, all going in this direction. So that is getting pretty busy, which is good. We'll see how that goes, and we can obviously tweak that and smooth it out a little bit. This guy just going onto this side over here. Excellent. I think the traffic on this side is working fairly well. That is getting pretty busy itself. This is working quite well through there. All in all, I must say things are looking pretty good. Still have a bit of a stickiness through here, but nothing too major. Yeah, this area is about as tough as it gets, and we can probably look into that. Anything else causing any problems? Nothing whatsoever along any of these sections. This is filled in nicely. Bit of a residential area with a train station, no problems over here. That works quite well. How many people? Not that much. How many on there? Like 81. That's okay. Got them up there, over there. They can walk across from this side, down there, up there. This interchange getting busy at all? No, not really at the moment. It's an over design. Eventually it will not be, as we keep filling in this area over here. That of course is a bit of a close one. We'll see how that goes, how this area further extends. This area looks okay. We've got the sunken train line over here. Yeah, all looking good. Water is still, I think, okay. We're kind of moving away from the basics slowly. This side has not done anything in a while. I probably need to start filling in this side. And I'm also kind of thinking maybe something like an airport over here. An airport with a office comp, because we've already got the office, Heather Park office over here. Maybe a bit of an airport in this section is something we can work on. The airport can have a bit of its own interchange right over here that feeds it. But I don't, yeah, we'll see. There's even, we can even do some farms and things over there. Yeah, alternatively, can we do the airport over there and have this feed to the airport? Yeah, that's not bad either. Is that fairly level? I think level enough. Level enough. Wow, major fires over here. Oh, we've got a lot of firefighters already doing their thing. Got lots of rain happening. I want to get the mod to get rid of this. I don't like the look of it. Wow, look at that. Crazy. Lots of fire trucks over here assisting at least. Even more coming in. Making their way from the nearby fire stations. But yeah, this is a bit of a disaster fire breakout. Wow, look at this. This is being used heavily. And I'm guessing this is being used heavily too. Loading. Excellent. Okay guys, yeah, that's it for this episode. I will see you in the next one when we try and connect over here a little bit more, when we look at an airport. I'm kind of thinking maybe this side is more appropriate for an airport. So we'll just have a quick look at that. Yeah, that's fairly flat. So airport over there. And then that will also help justify some of these big roads that we've got linking these areas together. Okay guys, I'm ExactChaos. This has been Cities Skylines exactly. As always, if you've liked it, smash that like button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.